You thought it was a clean hit, but obviously the reaction indicated otherwise. I mean, quick to jump on him because you felt there wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was, super clean. It's on Kretsch, one of our top players. So, got a marked up face to prove it was pretty high. So I thought it was a little high.
I heard word. I didn't hear the interview here on the radio today, but I heard you were just talking about how Subban needs to man up. Is that correct? Or?
Well, no, he doesn't have to. I mean, it's his decision. It's just that, it's just one of those things. I think, that's good about our sport is that if you're going to play a certain style and hit other teams' top players like that, you don't have to fight every time, but there's a bit of a trend, and if you do it enough times, I mean, I don't know about turtling against the other team's smallest defenseman. So that's the only thing. I mean, he can play however he wants. It's none of my business. But I'm just saying, if it was a guy on our team, I think he would probably be frowned upon.
It seemed like in the box you were talking to him. Was he kind of annoying you by his reaction? He kept smiling, and you seemed to say, "Hey, just keep smiling."
Well, no, I was just curious. Like I said, it's really none of my business, but I just find it curious. He's smiling after he loses in the playoffs. He's smiling in a game like last night. Obviously, the team's going through some turmoil. I just said, keep smiling. I don't know who you're trying to impress. I mean, I don't know, why, if he thinks that looks good or something, but I was just not really chirping. Like I said, it's really none of my business. It just confuses me a bit.
You mentioned just players like that. I mean, obviously you guys got an agitator in Brad, but he seems to have gotten that concept of what you're speaking of.
Well, because we told him. I mean, I told him before this season even that, I had dinner with Marshy or whatever and said if he's going to play that way, I mean, so obviously he rides the line a lot, that once in a while he's going to have to drop the gloves and have to, own up to some of the borderline plays, and he has, and that's why I said, every room's different, every team's different, so I'm not here to say that other teams have to play the way we do. It's just that, when your top players are being, hit in a certain way, it's usually not too great. I don't think people appreciate when the guy turtles like that.
Would you agree that that's sort of the definition between an agitator and a dirty player? Like just when somebody backs up their actions?
Not really. You can be dirty and fight all the time. I don't do that.
I guess
the two don't go hand in hand.
Looking for a different word there. I don't want to be too strong, but
no. I mean, everybody's got their own way. It's not for us to judge, how somebody plays. I mean, it's just. I think that's what frustrates a lot of, fans of hockey or other players around the league. Like I said, it's really none of my business. If he wants to smile and dangle, I mean, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But when you hit our player up high, I felt it was high. It's not like I'm Chara coming over to, pick you up over my head.
Yeah.
It's so I just that part, I just think is a little.
Too much of that in the league right now, you think? Guys feeling they can just do that?
I think most guys own up to.
Yeah.
I think most guys that play hard and they're honest, and if they do something, if something happens to their team, they're willing to jump in, and if they do something to another team, I think they're fully up to owning up to it, and that's our sport. That's what's good about our sport, and it's not about every single hit. There has to be a fight. I'm not a fan of that either, but there's certain ones that I think everybody on the ice has a pretty good idea of, the time of the game, which player it is, the type of hit it is. Everybody has a pretty good idea of, what's right and what isn't.
Do you think there's something kind of inherently wrong with the situation after that, the result of that, where, he has a hit high, you come in, then he kind of turtles, then they get on a power play and they score a goal. It's almost, rewarding him kind of for what he's doing there, what happened afterwards.
I don't know, I guess. I mean, I probably would have deserved 4 minutes if I would have started punching him, but I think that's that's the part that kind of confused me. I grabbed him and give him a fair chance to fight. Like I don't. It's one thing if I come in swinging and just start unloading or something like that, but I didn't. So they got a power play out of it. That's all right. That's the ref's discretion. That's not my job to make that call.
Is there a sense maybe that because the team has been on the short end of the stick with some of those calls lately, that just handle whatever business you're going to handle on the ice and make sure it's taken care of there, but not leave it up to the refs to kind of make those decisions one way or the other?
Well, I think we're the type of team that will kill power. Penalty kills if there are situations like that. And if they score on it, they score on it. I think that the bigger picture for us as a team is to keep playing the way we do. And if the odd power play goal gets scored against, so be it. I think our identity is a lot more important than a couple power play goals here and there.
Should they review that with long suspensions and suspensions seem to be getting longer now for headshots? Do you think that we'll see